Good evening, everybody. It is October 12th, Thursday, 2023. It is 7 o'clock, well, 6:59 in the evening. Okay, so what I've got for you for this video is the fifth part of The Mark. Chapter 1. Rayford left the instrument panel lights off and, of course, the outside lights. He fired up the rotors, but waited to lift off until his eyes had adjusted to the darkness. The copter had but 10 feet of clearance on each side. Little was trickerier, especially to a fixed-wing expert like Rayford, than the shifting currents inside what amounted to a cavernous smokestack. Rayford had seen choppers crash in wide open spaces after merely hovering too long in one place. Mac McCollum had tried to explain the physics of it, but Rayford had not listened closely enough to grasp it. Something about the rotors sucking up air from beneath the craft, leaving it no buoyancy. By the time the pilot realized he was dropping through dead air of his own making, he had destroyed the equipment and often killed all on board. Rayford needed sleep as much as any of his charges, but he had to go get Albie. There was more to that, too, of course. He could have called his friend and told him to lie low till the following evening, but Albie was new to the country and would have to fend for himself outside or bluff his way into a hotel. With Carpathia resurrected and the GC naturally on heightened alert, who knew how long he could pull off impersonating a GC officer? Anyway, Rayford had to know whether Albie was with him or against him, as his father used to say. He had been thrilled to see the mark of the believer on Albie's forehead, but much of what the man had done in the pre-dawn hours confused Rayford and made him wonder. A wily, streetwise man like Albie, one who had provided so much at high risk to himself, would be the worst kind of opponent. Rayford worried that he had unwittingly led the tribulation force into the lair of the enemy. As the chopper rumbled through the shaft at the top of the tower, Rayford held his breath. He had carefully set the craft as close to the middle of the space as he could, allowing him to use one corner for his guide as he rose. If he kept the whirring blades equidistant from the walls in one corner, he should be centered until free of the building. How vulnerable and conspicuous could a man feel? He imagined David Hassett having miscalculated, trusting old information, not realizing that the GC itself knew Chicago was safe, not off limits due to radiation. Rayford himself had overheard Carpathia say he had not used radiation on the city, at least intentionally. He wondered if GC had planted such information just to lure in the insurgents and have them where they wanted them, in one place for easy dispatch. With his helicopter free of the tower, Rayford still dared not engage the lights. He would stay low, hopefully beneath radar. He wanted to be invisible to satellite surveillance photography as well, but heat sensing had been so refined that the dark whirling bird would glow orange on a monitor. A chill ran up his back, and he let his imagination run. Was he being followed by a half-dozen craft just like his own? He wouldn't hear or see them. They could have waited nearby, even on the ground. How would he know? Since when he manufactured trouble, there was enough real danger without concocting more. Rayford sent the instrument panel lights at their lowest level and quickly saw he was off course. It was an easy fix, but so much for trusting his brain. Even in a ship like this, Mac had once told him that piloting a helicopter was to flying a 747 as riding a bike was to driving a sports utility vehicle. From that, Rayford assumed that he would do more work by the seat of his pants than by marrying himself to the instrument panel. but neither had he planned on flying blind over the deserted megapolis in a wee hour blackness. Okay, so that's all I've got for you for this video. If you like this content, like this video, or comment below. Thank you very much. Now, don't forget to go out there and rainbow it. Flood the world with love, peace, joy, and charity. Have a good day.